My chest hurts.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not even coughing.
I'm sorry.
She says after coughing.
Listen, I'm gonna be able to, like, impersonate King Henry really well.
Wow,
You're
authentic
also a
coughs.
king boy?
Spoiling us.
Authentic coughs. I haven't really been coughing that much. I just feel like I stand up and I'm like, oh, I better sit down. And
Yeah, when I got COVID, it was mainly just like, wow, I feel like shit. Everything sucks.
mm-hmm.
And it stayed like that for a while.
Yeah, Jeremiah and I feel like shit, but luckily we've been testing negative so far, so. Stop that lever. Yeah, the thing that it's landing on, see how it, like, switches directions.
Is that Mr. Bullfrog?
Yeah, it's Mr. Bullfrog. He's playing Breath of the Wild.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, y'all?
Yo, what up?
Right.
I can hear my mom calling my cat outside. Not my cat, really. Reese.
Reese!
Reese is her own cat.
Reese is her own cat. That's true.
Well, at any rate, are y'all ready?
Still don't have a good voice for Bastion, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I think he's still a robot. Also, yeah, speaking of Twitter, I've actually recently decided to reuse my account. Yeah, but I've recently decided to actually use the account that I made, like, 4 years ago.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep. That's a bold choice, man, to get on the Twitter these days.
What a bad choice. Oh, I just follow a bunch of art. Like, I feel like posting things is still, like, a scary concept to me, because that shit's just out there forever now.
You can follow...
All of my thoughts and opinions are out.
Oh, I thought you were going to say thoughts like...
No.
That's why I can just post dumb things, like, again, pumpkin ramen.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can follow your favorite YouTube show.
Critical Role.
Okay. So...
I'm so sad to hear that Bastion died.
Bastion.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Ian. He just stopped showing up one day.
He couldn't have an aneurysm, so he like had a
shot himself twice in the back of the head.
No, a hydraulic
Speaking of the Maxwell
pressure.
trial.
So we're in the
Anyway,
embassy.
yeah.
We're in the embassy.
Yeah.
And
Neil was about to have a woman caller.
we all went to bed. And
Well, Bastion doesn't.
I haven't edited that episode, so I don't know exactly what happened, but I know we left off at the embassy. And y'all just did kind of dumb shit, I think.
I talked to Big G.
He did, yes.
Bastion had a mild mental breakdown.
Yeah, I
Just
had
kinda
had a bit of an existential crisis.
Yeah.
I followed
Carolina.
Silas.
Yeah, you talked to
and
Challenge.
we ended with some random girl who we definitely don't know who it is being outside of Leo's door.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so Leo, you hear a knock at the door. We'll just rewind a little.
I answer it.
There's a extremely hot embassy security guard at the door. Says, "Hi, do you mind if I come in, Mr. Leo Zarin?"
You got a warrant?
What?
You're a guard, yeah? What are you coming into my room for?
Well, okay, you don't recognize me, but I'm Ash's daughter, Jean.
I didn't know Ash had I thought he had a son. Was that Steven? I don't keep track of that shit.
No, that's Stephen, the tiefling.
Steven's not a...
Anyway, can I come in your room?
Why?
I need... We're in a hallway with all of the most powerful people in the world. And I'm a 24-year-old three-quarters elf. And my father is imprisoned in their prison. I cannot be caught here. Can I please just talk to you?
Fine. I let her in the room.
Okay, and she transforms back into she looks like she's 12. Black hair, real pale skin, pointy ears, you know. She comes up to, like, your chest. And she's like, all right. So, your dad's in prison, and my dad's in prison.
Yes.
Dad heist.
Of course, agreed, yes.
Okay, I've got a mostly accurate map of the Pelorian section of the dungeons. I've been working with some other Maculians, my brothers and sisters, They don't like Daddy, but they don't want him killed again. And my mother doesn't know I'm doing this, so don't tell her. She thinks they're going to kill him, which he's fine with, but I'm not, and they're torturing him, and I don't want them to torture him. And she thinks the Maculians are going to rescue him eventually, but I don't think they can, especially with Stephen out of the thing, and there's like 15 other champions here in this town. So, my theory: if we can get to the city's power core, which I have no idea how it works, and neither does anyone else, but if we can turn the anti-magic stuff off down there, and then I have a fancy helmet that can teleport us to the prison, and then we can fight our way out of our dads, teleport back out, dad heist.
I like it.
Right.
I like it a lot.
So, when... I don't know how to meet up with you, but you realize that she doesn't have a plan past this?
So you have not figured out a way to turn off the power supply, is that correct?
No, I don't. But I know that's what we need to do. And we just turn it off, and then bounce in, and then bounce out. And I can scry, so we'll see where they are. And then I can teleport us all there, and then we'll teleport back out. And again, my mum doesn't know. We can't tell her.
So on your side, who are you bringing to this team?
I am bringing me. And I'm a very good druid, and she druid crafts like a flower, and then it dies instantly, and she throws it across her shoulder.
I see.
And she just keeps looking at you with hopeful little eyes.
Well, I mean, of course I want to save my father, and Ash is a fine man who's done me no ill will. So I guess if he's easy enough to save, that would be fine.
They're in the same, according to, so like, I have a lot of half-brothers and sisters, and they're in this, there's some of them are also in the city, but they don't want to help directly because they don't like Dad, and, but they've told me that they're both in the Plorian prison dungeon in the core.
That's what we have found as well.
All right. Because I think getting in is the easy part, but then when you're down there, you're stuck down there, because that's what prisons are for.
Right.
So if there's like a distraction, and then we jump down into the spooky part of Golgari and turn off the power core.
So there's a power core that you know how to turn off?
No, I just know where it is.
Okay, well, we have to figure out how to turn it off before we do any of this other shit.
It's all I've heard about it. It's a big tank, and there's like, what's the word? It's like a type of rock, and it gets really hot. It's like
uranium?
If you get... Yeah, there's that people don't guard it, right? Because they'll get pitchblende fever. So it's not... You gotta get, like... It's kind of easy to get to, but if you stay too long... They don't guard it because you'll, like, die.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes water, and then it turns gears, and then it...
I know where Pale is, yeah.
Yeah, you're all in the... You're all, like, in the same hallway, I guess?
I cast a message and be like, Pale, get in here.
So anyway, Tyr, what the... Oh god, that is invasive. Hey, Leo. I thought you were drunk.
Get in here, get in here.
I'm gonna go walk over, half dressed, like I just got pants on. Gonna grab,
just
like,
walking down the embassy hallway with just pants on.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm gonna grab, like, my dagger with me just in case. So, like, I got a dagger and pants, like... If it's another prostitute, I swear to God, I'm not helping hide the body. Hey, oh God, guard, I'm sorry. What did he do? Is there any way I can help out with this?
No, she looks like Jean right now.
Oh,
Hi, Pale!
Are you a guard here? Oh my God, Leo, are you gonna have to kill your other ex because you're with someone new? Who's this?
No, pal, you don't recognize me.
Oh God. Do I recognize her?
I think you saw her.
Probably. I'm just like, I'm just gonna look at her. Hey, can you just do me a favor? Just earmuffs for a second. Put my hands like over my ears, like earmuffs for a second.
Why?
Just, I need a quick word with Leo.
Where are your other friends? Don't you have other ones?
They're sleeping. We'll get them in a minute.
I cast message to Pale and be like, just answer me this way. What do you want?
And I'm just gonna shoot back. Did you sleep with Ash's daughter? I swear to God, if you slept with Ash's daughter, I'm gonna kill you.
No, I haven't slept with her. No, I haven't slept with her.
I loosen my hold on the dagger and turn her. I will go wake them up. You two just stay here. And I'm just gonna shoot him a look that just says, I swear to God, if you're lying, I will kill you. I'm gonna go wake up Carolina and get Bastion from... Do you sleep?
No, I just kind of stand still for 6 hours.
I am gonna go get Bastion from vibing, and I'm gonna go wake up Carolina. Hopefully I can stand by her shadow thing. Hey guys, we have a visitor. Leo slept with someone he shouldn't have again. Yeah.
Wait, so you're coming to get me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of y'all.
Alrighty. Is Carolina? Yeah, I don't think Carolina would be back at this point.
Oh yeah, you're still talking with your sister.
No, I think we all went to bed.
See, I'm gonna go get both of y'all. Yous.
And you can, Leo, when you're alone with Jean, you see her quietly whispering to herself, Dad heist, Dad heist, Dad heist.
Then we go to the fire plane after.
Go get your dad.
Yeah, Echo, that's it, not Shadow. I was like, it's not Ghost, it's not Ghost Sister.
We'll go visit Carolina's dad back on the farm. And
we're gonna go hang out with Gond, too.
Yeah.
Just all the four dads hanging out.
Oh, yeah, true.
Just a backyard barbecue. There's man in the grill.
Definitely. I think probably the world creator makes
My
a
dad is the
mean
grill.
baby.
Yeah, your dad is the grill. Yeah, Carolina's dad brings like a cow or something. And then Bastion is the grill. Bastion is like the metal part of the grill. And then
No. I can just make that.
Gond has the whole world in his hands, so that's where the grill is. And
Oh my God.
Wait, are we the food getting grilled?
No. Your
Yes.
dad lives on a farm, so your dad's bringing the meat. And then
I mean,
It's like Arby's.
God has the whole world in his hand, and that's the grill.
Yeah, but we're like extra planar at this point.
yeah, you're in Celestial
just
Realm.
vibing.
He's just cupping his hands, and then Pale's dad's laying in the hands. And then anyway, you're all in the room.
I get the whole Scooby Gang.
How many hours has it been since like I'd have gone?
It's probably like midnight, 1 a.m.
So like 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think Bastion's gonna answer the door. Like, well, okay. Do you knock?
I'm just gonna kind of knock and say, hey, Leo did something stupid. Wants us to come hang out.
Yeah. There's like clicking noises coming from the other side of the door.
I'm not messing with that. No one who what Bash is, I'm not messing with that. I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Hey, whoa.
It's
It's the same noise that's when he's thinking.
Exactly. I'm not gonna go interrupt him.
I mean,
just
all right, fair
a
enough.
printer aligning itself.
The door is unlocked though.
I'm just gonna say, hey. I'm just gonna say to the door after I knock, like, hey, Leo did something kind of dumb. He wants us to go hang out in his room. If it gets like serious, I'll like message you or something. But for now, if you're in there sleeping or whatever you do, you just keep on doing it.
You do you, buddy.
Exactly.
Yes, you do.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna go head back.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep thinking.
Okay.
I
Carolina.
wish I could do that.
I don't.
I'll teach you how.
Yes.
I'll just send my echo with him.
Okay.
First remove all of your organs.
Okay, so you're in the room. Carolina, you see someone that you haven't met before. It's probably like a 4'9", pale face, long black hair. It looks like an elf, but she is in fact a 3/4 elf. She talks in a British accent, which you have only heard other Merculians do. And oh my,
Yeah, I think
pale
Rune's actually gonna.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, he'll answer the door.
Oh, sweet little imp dude.
He's gonna climb on your shoulder.
See, I like him over Bimbledy Boop. Imps over chimps.
Oh god.
Yeah, there's a lot of wild lights going on in Bastion's room when the door like slightly opens.
I don't even walk away, I just back away. Go get Karen.
Oh, my echo went with you.
Cool.
You're just laying on your bed, piloting your echo.
Yep.
I'm bringing the B team.
Yeah. So you're all in Leo's room, and Jean's there, like, "Hi, Pale."
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. We're going to rescue our dads.
That's, you know what? Actually, that's a fantastic idea.
Right. So I was telling Leo, we just have to make a distraction, and then turn off the power cord, which we can't be around too long because it'll kill us. And then we turn it off, and then the anti-magic stuff powers down, and then we scry on our dads, and then we teleport, and then we teleport back out. Dad heist.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody know how to turn off the power cord? 'Cause
No.
It can't be near it. I can handle it. I just need to know how to do it.
I have
As the
no
echo
idea.
starts talking to everybody.
Why don't we, I could just ask if I could go and visit your dads. Could see if Big G would let, Gorvnal, High Priest Gorvnal of the Temple of Tyr would let me visit them, and I could tell you guys where he is.
I doubt it, because what I've been eavesdropping, if it weren't for King Henry, they would have arrested all of you. And they'll definitely arrest me. And also, my mum can't know I'm here. It's a secret.
Wait, you're.
I'm 24.
Are you also a Merculian?
No. I'm a druid. I do nature things, and sometimes natural things die. But no, that's Dad's thing. And
Okay.
And I. Why?
Oh, I would have dragged you out of here.
What do you mean?
Tyr's a little on the fritz with me. I'm trying to do a little bit more kosher.
All right. I really just need to help figuring out how to turn off the thing.
Yeah, well, have you tried asking them nicely?
No. I've got some siblings who don't like father, but they're helping me out. Because though I'm the oldest, I'm also the youngest. Technically. But
Huh?
I'm 24, but I'm still elves aren't mature until they're like 50, so
Oh my god, you're a baby. Carolina, you gotta deal with this.
She looks 12. She looks 12.
Carolina, there's a baby trying to do a dad heist, and Leo didn't tell her no.
Well, look, if I haven't met Leo's dad, but like I know how it's like to have a dad in prison being tortured by Pelorian, so I figured help a brother out.
Pale, I think you can relate?
My dad's soul is being slowly ripped away. That's a little different. I mean, plus he signed a contract, which is more binding, and the statute of frauds it was put into writing, even though it only has to be done for things such as land executorships, grants, more than $500, or suretyships. But I mean, maybe he can just serve his sentence.
They're going to kill him. They're going to kill my father and Leo's.
Well, to be fair, Leo's father is a criminal, and yours is a war criminal, but that they are.
It's not a war crime if you're not in wartime.
But they did lose, and usually whoever loses has to take the whole war crime thing. Well, the revolution, for one.
It's not a war, it's a revolution.
Leo, is that how it works?
Rune's gonna chatter at the, it's not a war crime, if it's not in war. It's just, like, very angry sounding.
I know, little one, I know.
So, yeah, sure, he may be a criminal, but so are you, Pale. What the fuck?
I have been convicted for nothing.
Well, neither has my father. They didn't have a fucking court. They just threw him in there. There wasn't a questioning. There wasn't consent. They just read his mind. That's horrible. They know about me.
Well...
They know where I live. We had to move.
Well,
we didn't move.
Change of venue wasn't always bad.
We didn't move. It's complicated. Don't worry about it.
I feel like we should just bring you back to your mom.
No. And I'm not going to tell you where she is. And she crosses her little arms.
It would be so adorable if she wasn't like a daughter of like some dark lord. So I'm just gonna walk over, put my hand on her shoulder, and just gonna say, "Listen, I get it. Sleep." I'm just gonna cast command on her.
Oh God. It's like a whiz save, right?
Yep, has to be a 13.
I have to go get her character sheet.
Every time I forget how low your wisdom is, man. It tilts me beyond belief.
You're min-maxing. I'm min.
The little min-maxer in me is just screaming.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
It's like my backup character is just an absolute beast, but Pale is not.
Isn't she an elf?
She's a 3/4. Well, half elves can't be put to sleep, are they?
Sleep? If she's a half elf, she's immune to magic sleep.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm still gonna try. I don't know.
Pale, make me like a history check to see if you realize that before you.
Oh yeah, fair.
No. I would argue that this is not.
Not what?
Because the command sleep.
Oh.
Because it's the spell is not making her sleep; it's compelling her to fall asleep. I feel an argument could be made for this.
Well, it's any magical sleep.
But isn't magical to
Hang
want
on,
to sleep?
let me look up the specific.
Yeah, but if you're being told to go to sleep and you just obey, that's not really magical sleep. That's just really going to sleep.
Like a parent telling you to go to bed isn't magical. That's more so
Okay.
fear.
The specific wording says you have advantage on being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep.
Oh, son of a gun.
So it says magic. I would say that this is magic putting someone to sleep.
Although with the intelligence check, you could give her a different command, though. I would say you thought about it in time.
Yeah, I guess it'll just be just quiet. Just shh, quiet.
You see her grab her mouth, and she opens her mouth, and like nothing comes out, and she like looks at her hands, and then she doesn't do anything. Wait.
It only lasts for like 6 seconds.
Oh, she cast Dispel Magic. What the hell was that for?
Because you're doing that.
What?
Talking.
What do you want me to do?
Not.
All right, dickhead, what's your problem?
Well, like, even if we did this, we're not going to bring along a 5-year-old.
I'm not 5. I'm 24. And you can't do it without me, so there. You didn't even know about the power core.
I don't need the power core. I have Tyr on my side.
Oh, you're just going to go through the entire Pelorian dungeon then all by yourself?
Through Tyr, all things are possible.
Oh, good luck with that.
Thank you. Oh, wait, you were being sarcastic.
Immensely, yes.
Everyone in your family is so mean.
Leo, fuck this guy. Why do you travel with him? He's such a buzzkill.
Yeah, I agree. He can definitely be a bit of a buzzkill. Pale, we're saving my fucking father, alright? So you can get over it. I thought you liked Ash.
Yeah, but why do we need his little child here?
Because you're going to get down there and get stuck.
Yeah, she's the one who gave us the intel, dude. Relax.
I don't want a child soldier here.
I'm not a soldier.
She's not a child.
I'm not a soldier. I'm a druid.
Well, you could probably summon like 30 monkeys right now if you just felt like it.
I mean, yes.
Nothing is scarier, especially if they were like use workout techniques. We've never seen one of them fully worked out using weigh-ins. That would be terrifying. You could create an army. You're a one-person army.
If I had enough time, yes.
So, all right. So what's your whole plan?
My plan is, we cause a distraction, we get to the power core, and no one really guards it because if you get close to it, you'll die. I just read the chat. Okay. And then, see, Carolina, you do that, and then you lick your fingers. And that's your punishment for writing something like that.
Builds character.
Builds character.
Builds immunity.
I'm about to say your immune system. Because we get to the power core, we shut it off, which I've researched it, and they made it so long ago that nobody remembers how it works.
So when you say a distraction...
Yes, and I have a map of the dungeon.
I try to take it.
It's not... I don't have it in my hand.
I'm searching. Oh wait, it's my echo. Never mind.
So...
I was like, are you sure you want to touch me?
Is Donnie still alive? Did we kill him yet?
No, he's in the other room.
What about like the high-profile death of a popular, well-known person? That be enough of a distraction?
I mean, I think everyone wants him dead.
We could have him potentially suicided. That would cause a distraction.
I mean, I suppose.
Wondering who did it. You know, like 4 shots to the back of his head. But with his own gun. Yeah, they'll never know who did it.
Oh, isn't the king of the gun place here?
Yeah, and that's where, that's where everything is, centered around. That's where the whole... Oh, wait, no, is Henry the, gun place, or is,
Henry's the gun place.
Oh, never mind, I don't want him to be implicated. We could use magic, so it looks like mages did it, then that causes more anti-mage hate and such. Then I'm kind of a mage, huh?
Well, I don't know, but just... I'll meet up with you tomorrow. Is that all right? Or I'll keep in touch. I can do the magic talking to people thing.
Use a different face. Use, Hey, Leo, what's a face that you're not going to use while you're here?
A face that I'm not going to use?
Yeah.
That could be anybody. It could be you. I wasn't planning on using yours after all.
I meant one that we would recognize besides me. You're... Here, do you know... What's something they wouldn't question? Do you know, like,
I change into Borvik.
I'm unfamiliar with that one.
Borvik Ulmokina. He's a destitute father. So I'm wearing, like, really ratty clothes. My face looks very drawn and thin. My eyes are sunken in. And I
will
have
fit
this
right in
small...
with Golgari.
And I have this picture of two small children.
Perfect. Here. Grab those pictures. That's your face. When you see us next, that's how we know it's you.
Okay. Well, I'll
Alright,
see
just-
you later. Just, I think if I'm here too long, though, I have to go back to my mother. So,
What's her name?
her name?
Yeah.
It's a secret. Bye. And she's going to leave.
How does sending work?
We kind of need to know what to call you if you're wearing somebody else's face.
Borvik.
Okay. Borovec, you little rapscallion. Get out of here. Go on, you little scamp.
Bye. Yeah, she leaves.
Leo, what have I told you about letting strange women into your room at night?
She insisted.
So you insist that you... We could always just let things take their course and your father can enter the kingdom of whichever god so chooses.
I'm going to fight you, pal.
That's fair enough. I would win. Well, I'm going to go back to sleep
Okay.
and try to have an existential crisis about this.
Cool. Does everyone else go back to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. In the morning. Oh, go ahead.
I'm also just going to cast command on myself to sleep just so I can actually sleep.
Okay. Yeah, so in the morning, I don't know, you all meet because the Grand Council is meeting today. And everyone in the embassy kind of like goes there together, so it's like, if someone threw a grenade in here, we'd all die, and it's super important, and everyone's like, huh, YOLO, because we're in the cloud top.
I grab my grenade out.
Yeah.
I have a grenade as well.
You have a shape charge. But on the way, and like Henry's guards, the like half giants, half orcs, humans, Wade, are like making like a circle around him, and like two of them, he would have probably showed them to you on the way here. They're called anti-magic EMPs. So basically, it's anti-magic field or whatever, but like they crack it like a glow stick, and then it does it. But so Henry goes to you all, and he kind of whispers to you, and he says, "So, we are here to antagonize and annoy, and they already fucking hate all of us, so if y'all want to fuck around in here or say whatever, like as long as you don't literally pick a fight, like go ahead." Sound cool?
Well, that means I can't have any conversation.
Well,
That means that I can't let Carolina have any conversations.
I mean, like, we're here, like, just, like, don't actually take a weapon out. Just, you can talk shit, though. Spit on the floor, fuck it.
I can't even be in the room. I am the weapon.
Yeah.
I spit on Leo's foot.
On who?
On Leo's foot. I'm sorry, I meant to get the ground. Sorry.
I kick Pale directly in the ass, making sure to wipe my foot off.
On it.
Bastion's gonna walk over and stand right in between them.
Sorry, Dad.
Just put a hand on both of their shoulders.
Sorry.
It's like
Just gonna
that.
scout out like different people there.
Yeah, there are a lot of people here. Like, they've only had like 5 meetings of this caliber in like, you know, the history of the world. And so this is a large event. There is security guards literally everywhere, from every faction of town, from every town that was brought with them. But when you get to the Grand Council chambers, a lot of people have to split off because they're letting only a very select group in the building because it actually isn't that big. It's built for like the people of Golgari, like the different holds of the religious theocracies here. So like having all of the, like, so everyone has like a representative, and then they're not even letting other people's guards in. And as Henry and you all and Donald Denham walk to the door, similar to how they stopped you the other day from going into the embassy, they're like, sir, we don't allow weapons or guards. And he's like, Henry just goes, you could kill me with thought. So my guards will not leave while you can do magic in my presence. Because while you're worried about guns, I'm worried about being disintegrated. So, and he, puts up a fight, and he's like, you could put on anti-magic bracelets, and then I'll take my weapons off, but not until then. And they're like, okay, fine. And all of you and the Thunderscreaming guards are let in, and there's a huge table, like a big circular chamber. It's like a rainbow vomited in here, but in still like an aesthetic way. It's like just a stained glass. What's that thing where you spin it? Kaleidoscope. It's a kaleidoscope. It's a beautiful room. There's gold filigree on fucking everything. It's like 1,000-year-old mahogany or whatever. There's probably even like, exotic parrots flying around on the open concept ceiling, and there's like skylights, and it's just probably the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. If you weren't on the material plane, this is as close as you get to the celestial plane. And you all kind of settle in, and everyone kind of glares at Henry, and he puts his feet up on the desk and crosses his arms, and everyone's like, this is a holy chamber, and he just kind of shrugs. Eventually somebody stands up on like a high pulpit, and like Henry said, feel free to interrupt anytime, because Henry said we're here to fuck around. But there's a tall human man, very dark skin. He spends a lot of time in the sun, and he says, greetings, my name is High Councilman Cardinal Bishop Duarte McKinnon, champion of Pelor Electus Est, and I will be presiding on this historic conference. I would like to introduce University President... Who's clapping?
Pale. Just little light golf claps.
Okay.
Looking up at him.
And I would like to introduce University President Galvin Crum, who will be representing the Golgarian government as a whole. Councilwoman Bizarra Demetresque, representing Nagamesh.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, how do you spell those names?
He looks at you, and then looks at Henry, and he's like, you are not allowed to speak in this chamber. And Henry's like, well, in Thunderscram, everyone's an equal, so as long as I'm here, my people are able to speak here. Dear King Henry, he's like, nah. And so the man looks at you and he says, printed minutes of this meeting can be found after the meeting. And there's like 4 scribes.
And for those who can't read?
I would hope that everyone in this chamber could read.
What if
In
you're
what
blind?
languages will the written notes be provided?
He blinks at you and then blinks at Henry again, and Henry shrugs. He's like, they'll be printed in Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
Do you have anything for the blind?
If you're blind, we could have someone heal you. And I'm sorry to be confrontational, but we really need to get this along, otherwise we'll be here for days.
So wait, are you saying that blindness is some kind of defect? How unprogressive of you.
Yeah.
Put my arm out, like holding Leo back, holding back. They don't understand. I'm sorry, Leo. They're monsters.
Who says a blind person wants to be healed?
Jordy.
I've learned to live like this.
People are just terrible.
Everyone make me persuasion checks.
Can I not?
You don't have to.
I'd like to stand there and give someone advantage.
Not me.
Because
Not me.
I rolled an 18, and that will be plus 7, so that is a 25.
Yeah, but I got a 4, so.
And I got a 6.
He's going to very carefully look at you and then look at the 30 other dignitaries that are in this room. And he says, King Henry, I do appreciate your presence, but we must get this moving along. And Henry's like, all right, guys, let's wait like another 10 minutes before we do it again.
Fine.
I was gonna say, I mean, just on the real, if they could just heal blindness, why are there blind people?
If I could just open this meeting and explain, we'll get to that. He says, he goes through the other, delegates in this council, and then he gets back to your group, and he says, and then, of course, we are graced by King Henry Krethuzar of Thunderscrim, which Henry gives a nod to acknowledge his name, and he stands, which Champion McKillen reluctantly acknowledges. And he's like, I thank you for letting us travel here by conventional means. I would also like to introduce Mr. Donald Denham, who is here to represent Dawnsville, Dawnstown, Dawnstone. In addition to representing... What are you...
I glare at Leo.
I'm trying to throw my voice. Like a ventriloquist would.
Thaumaturgy?
You're standing right next to him.
No, I'm throwing my voice. They can't tell it's me. They think it's tail.
Thaumaturgy can make noises like booing.
Okay.
Well, but I don't have that. I ain't casting a spell.
I think any of the cool cantrips can do that.
Even produce flame can in fact throw your voice.
No.
But that's more of as you run screaming covering.
Well, I said cool cantrips and produce flame isn't cool. Now is it?
Oh.
Literally and figuratively. Ooh.
I cast Vicious Mockery and I say, will Donald Denham's child bride be joining us today as well?
Oh, Jesus.
Henry looks around and he says, he will also be representing Stone Garden on behalf of Princess Dalma Stonehammer, who is currently a lady of the Thunderstorm Court training under my wife, Queen Marceline. And he's like, I also, glances at Julio, I have the monopoly on child brides around here. And the university president, who's a haggard old man who, he's one sneeze away from being a lich. He's just so bound up in magic, and he's like, so you admit to... And McKillen erupts, and he's like, dear President, we'll get to these questions in time. At this time, King Henry, we will allow Donald Denham's presence at your request. His continued attendance and the attendance of his guards will be pending the hearing on the Stone Garden Rebellion and the determination of if those involved will face legal consequence for their action, and then under what jurisdiction they will fall into, if so. And Henry nods, and Donald tries not to sweat, and the rest of the council looks impatient and angry at your all general direction. And Champion-elect McKillen continues, we are gathered here today to put to writing the events that led up to the Stone Garden Rebellion, what transpired during, and the continued fighting from the insurgents there, the performance of the provisional government that the High Council of Golgari has installed there, and how Stone Garden is to move forward post this meeting. Do any delegates of this chamber have propositions for any topics that would not be covered in what I have already proposed?
I just look around at the other religious folk. Do I see any of them kind of twitching or wanting to say anything?
No, but Gorfnall's here.
I'm just gonna kind of look at him and just mouth the word maw and see if he notices me. Notice me, Senpai Gorfnall?
No.
Senpai?
Notice me, Senpai.
Ooh woo.
Oh, Carolina, you will also note
I hate
that your sister is here taking notes for the university president.
Huh.
I appreciate Gorfnall. I just want to say ooh woo.
He's pointedly not looking at you.
I am masked up, by the way, so
Okay.
that nobody knows there's sisters.
Is there anti-magic stuff around here?
There's not.
Alright. I'm just gonna raise my hand. Just not yell out, just raise my hand. See if I acknowledged.
Champion McKillen nods at you warily.
I just want to bring up, as I see others of various cloths here, we, the religious folk, still are having the continuous issue of various visions for those of us that are deeper in our belief systems. I will not speak on this because I am not a champion or anything of that sort, but I wanted to bring that up as a potential topic. Thank you.
Various visions, Mr. Talon.
Yes, I believe that one of the high priests etc., would be able to better explain what I mean by that.
As everyone but Thunderscrum here appears to know, we have been discussing the matter of the Maw since its first appearance 12 years ago. We have come up with nothing. If you have any information, please present it to us at the end of this meeting. It's waited 12 years, and it's sure to plague us for at least a little while more.
All right, I will let you know what Merkul said later on. Thank you. I
boy,
rest.
Bastion's speaking part.
And I'm just going to sit down.
We are aware of the Merculian presence, and we will get to that, Mr. Talon. And you realize you haven't told anyone your name. He just already knows what it is.
What people know about me, I'm special. We all are. Except Leo.
What is that? You disgust me? Well, you disgust me?
Aaron Burr, sir.
Yeah.
Aaron Burr, sir.
You punched the purser? Sir.
It's a lot. All right.
Burr, sir.
That show.
What?
Said I love that show.
Oh. So, the first topic they do is what the rebels claimed they were rebelling for and if these points were valid. Yeah, this is... They talk about this for hours. It's all stuff you've heard before. There are very few... So, it's Henry, Donald Denham, and the new mayor of Stone Mill. Well, Henry doesn't talk, but Donald Denham and the new mayor of Stone Mill do, because there was a smaller rebellion inspired by the one in Stone Garden in Stone Mill, and so they are pro-revolution, obviously. There were several other revolutions in a dozen or so smaller towns in the east who would have also agreed, and you may or may not think that's why the council excluded provinces with less than 10,000 people from attending, but that conclusion is up to you. You're free to talk here, but it's just long and long circles, and it's obvious that the vote is going to be no, they were not valid. Kind of no matter what you say, because these people in charge don't care.
I'm just going to, again, raise my hand, wait to be called on, and then say, how many of us here, with a show of hands, come from magic bloodlines?
Bloodlines as in literal genealogy, or...
Sorcerers, things of that nature.
He looks around the room. There are some Dragonborn here. Elves. The people from Nagamesh or Drow, obviously. There's probably a couple like Asamar and other such folks.
Planar types. I'm going to say, how many of you here are clerics, paladins, or warlocks of that sort?
It's basically everyone except for like 5 mayors of towns.
Are there any wizards here?
The university president kind of coughs and laughs.
So...
I look at my sister.
No one here truly earned magical ability. They didn't study for it. They prayed, as I did. They sold their souls, as my parents did, or they were born into it. So, mages of that sort never had to distinctly work for it. Such as myself, I've only prayed, as we all have.
And what is your point to this declaration, Mr. Talon?
The simple fact that those who would rise up fought harder than anyone they were fighting against. For the simple fact that they had to fight harder.
And you believe that bloody war that killed civilians, destroyed thousands of years of history, city, infrastructure. You might even know that one of the libraries was burned, erasing about 3,000 years of Stone Garden records that are impossible to recover or and were not copied. Are you aware that there is a famine there because they're obviously not growing crops right now?
So those who could have otherwise been feeding people, hadn't they caused an artificial famine, the information was possibly falsified. The entire library could have been faked by those in power. And the bloodshed of a war is better than people disappearing for hundreds of years without any way to fight back. I simply say that we have to consider this was their only venue for actual grievance and change. With that, I rest.
With the records we were able to save, because they were not part of the library, they are part of the civic record-keeping system, there have only been 100 formal complaints in the last 5 years against the Stone Garden government. I would argue that there was not a single protest done peacefully until the violent protest that was done at the Mechanist Festival, that there was thousands of dollars poured into weapons that could have been used for political lobbying. There were underground factions that engaged in criminal activity, including assassination, to organize this when they too could have helped the people. It was our opinion, although not our opinion, what our provisional government we set up there has been able to investigate, that we believe that the Stone Garden leaders weren't aware of the gripes of their people, because, I'll be honest, I don't know what wasn't running smoothly.
Similar to here. I understand. Thank you. And I just sit back and kind of look away.
Champion-elect McKillen says there are infinite problems wrong with our city, and we've been working to fix them. There are thousands of more problems created when there is violent rebellion already corrupting already bogging down our already bogged down bureaucracy here. Utopia is impossible. Thunderscram may claim it is that way. We've been hearing whispers of people declaring that in the last 15 years or so. However, I would like for you to look up the thousands of years of previous Thunderscram history. And Henry is like picking his nails, like he's not even fucking listening.
I'm going to start paying attention to him picking his nails. It seems more interesting than what the not champion is saying.
Nice. Anybody else?
How many of these people are running cities?
There are 30 delegates here.
30 delegates, all running cities. And out of all of them, 2 of them are non-magic users?
I'd say like 5. I mean, some are like rangers, so they have like very small things. They're more like pencil pusher type people, like people who are very charismatic, not exactly powerful themselves. It's whoever's in charge of more than 10,000 people, which they aren't all magic users, but some of them can do some. Like very powerful people who do magic are actually kind of rare, but they're just the loud minority, basically. The loud minority who's in charge of everything, but, you know.
Yeah, but... So the representation of...
It is highly stacked toward magic users, yes.
Yeah. So it's just... it's just biased opinion. They're not hearing anything that anybody else is saying because the majority of it is run by mages.
Exactly.
And they're not even trying to listen or making an even vote. The people aren't represented, so nobody is going to ever get their point across to you of what's going on and what's wrong with the city because you can't relate.
Or you're saying this to the council?
Yes.
He says we would not be able to fit every single city in Macadia in this room. And I would argue that that would be redundant, because not to insult our people, but how do you educate the 20 million we have here in Macadia? It's not 20 million. I don't remember how much it actually is. I'm not going to go look. It's several million. He's like, we cannot educate every Macadian to be at the same level. Every Macadian is not at the same level. I would argue that those who are trained how to make decisions for a whole are the ones who should be doing that. For those of us who are religious, our gods have appointed us because we are the leaders that they find most fit. And at one point, the leaders of towns who have inherited their leadership were chosen at one point and have passed down those values to their children. I don't know about you, but the average person, the average fishmonger, pickpocket, farmer, baker, does not know how to run a city. And while we are far from perfect, as I've already expressed, we are the people best for the job, and we are doing our best. And the stir of revolution will only cause hardship against the very people that it is pretending to save.
Very well worded bullshit, I have to say, Carolina. Don't you agree?
To be honest with you, Pale, I didn't understand a word he said.
It sounded like he was saying people in bad positions should stay there because 500 years ago someone else was chosen to be mayor because they weren't good at anything else.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, look at Henry. You're going to tell me that he's supposed to be the king of, like he's the best leader? No offense, King Henry. But, I mean...
Henry's now doodling on a piece of paper.
Look at him.
I mean, I think a person that's, going to be in charge of the people should be one of the people.
People who want to be in charge shouldn't be in charge, too. I mean, passing that down for 100 years, 100 generations.
Yeah. Somebody had to fight for their position, not granted because they have more power.
Champion-elect McKillen calls for a session break for everyone to go to lunch.
We get a recess?
Yeah.
Haha. I'll do backflips out of the room.
Perfect. Henry stays there with his people. He's like, if I move, I'm gonna get assassinated, so we're just gonna chill here.
Hey, come on, King Henry. You never know. Leo might be in a silly mood.
Like Leo's gonna assassinate me.
I don't know at this point. He's kind of goofy.
Goofy.
Yeah.
Have you heard that joke? What's his fucking name? Mickey Mouse goes to his lawyer and he says, and the lawyer goes to him and he says, so you say Minnie's been acting rather silly? And he says, no, I said she was fucking goofy. Sorry. I just regurgitate memes at this point.
Pretty poggers. But I can hear Ian in pain.
And it's never gonna stop.
I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna say to Henry, like, listen, if we're getting a little too much, let us know. We're just kind of,
No, it's this is exactly what I came for.
Do you want like a snack or something while you watch this? We can get you like some nuts.
They're probably laced with cyanide. I'm good. I'm too nervous to eat today. I know I look like I'm chilling. I'm not chilling.
I'm gonna reach over into Leo's bag and pull out the sandwich. I mean, there's this if you want.
He looks at you. Or no, he blinks.
You finally admit it was my sandwich.
He looks at the sandwich and then blinks and looks up to you, Pale, and he says, I'm good.
Okay, I just want to offer. It's not lace or anything. It's just covered in goo. I swear it's not Leo's goo. He didn't make it.
That doesn't make me feel better.
Would it be better if it was his?
He takes his wedding bracer and kind of like shifts it on his wrist, and then he turns away from you and goes back to doodling. Don't cough. It's my thing. Do y'all do anything cool at the recess? There are people schmoozing, talking shit, important whispering going on.
I'm eavesdropping and reading lips.
Nice, you can do that. You see, make me a perception check.
6.
Oof. You watch your sister. You see her talking to the president, but like only over her shoulders. You can't see what she's saying, but you can see that she's still starstruck by him and trips as she walks away to go get him a coffee. But other than that, it's minute. Like, can you fucking believe the gall of the Thunderstorm people? Who are these people he brought with him? They're fucking criminals. They're gonna get arrested. I want to see these people hanged. That kind of bullshit. It's not anything really specific or concrete, though. And then, in real life or in the game? Sorry.
Both. Okay. Leo Zari walks out of a room to go pee.
Okay. Yeah, so Pel, you wanna go talk to Big G?
Yeah, Papa Gorv.
Yeah, he's sitting in the back, kind of, You probably figure he's here for part of the... If they conclude that there's gonna be, arrests and punishments, he's gonna be consulting on that, which there will be, because they're totally gonna vote that there will be. He's there and is not surprised to see you come up to him.
Hey, how have things been over the last couple hours since I told you I talked to the biggest G?
The biggest G? God?
Gond, yeah.
Gond.
Yes, with an N. There might be an umlaut there, I'm not sure.
Bailey doesn't remember.
He and I talked, and it was essentially, I mentioned, hey, I talked about all this stuff. I talked to Gond, I talked to Tyr, and things have gotten weird. And he's like, oh, that's wild.
There's no umlaut.
There's no umlaut. I don't really know what umlauts do. They look aesthetically pleasing, though.
They just change the vowel to the one below it.
Oh.
So O's to U's, so it'd be good.
Why did they just put a fucking U there?
Because they're German and U's make different noises.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't make sense.
Also a U and an O is an umlauted O. It's phonetically still different. It's complicated.
Я не знаю. Anyway.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, man.
It means I don't know in Russian.
Ich weiß nicht.
До свидания.
Spasibo.
Spasibo.
Isn't one
Despacito.
Oh, God.
Bye. See you guys.
Yep, Pale died.
Man, that's crazy. Bastion had a heart attack. Didn't even know that was possible. Guess he's dead. See you guys. It's been fun.
My mom's learning Spanish because some illegal immigrants broke into our ranch house and they had to use Google Translate to talk to them. Literally, they used Google Translate. What?
That's how you make new friends.
Yeah, but so she's been learning
Maybe
Spanish.
Not when they've broken into your property.
Okay.
Perhaps not starting off a friendship right.
So she's been talking to one of her Hispanic coworkers, and the other day instead of Gracia she said Garcia, and now she does it all the fucking time.
Oh yeah, I like that one ice cream cherry gracias.
Yeah.
Carlos Gracias.
Yeah, anyway, he says, so you mentioned more important things to talk about, that kind of nature.
Aside from all the stuff we talked about yesterday, I was wondering if I or Leo would be able to meet with his father to talk with him, be it in his holding cell. I would understand if you don't want to take him out, or elsewhere, just to be able to talk with him. Listen, Gorvnall, if he's being put to death, we can at least let him see his son one last time.
As far as I know, that's still up for debate. Although he gives kind of a sigh, and he says, also it is under Pelorian jurisdiction, which I am not a part of. I am here as a consultant.
Why is a ball of fire choosing who lives and dies? That seems a little...
They are the most powerful church at the moment, and while every church that has a say in Golgari has an equal say, when there is time for a unified leader, it falls onto Pelor.
They don't even have a champion right now. Abel Lorfield has a champion, and yeah, you've seen his followers. I kind of look over at Leo, who's now leaving to go use the bathroom, like, look at him.
Like I said, Pale.
Just then Leo comes back from the bathroom and he goes, Pale, what was that?
Go back to the
Just zipping up his fly. What's up?
Sorry, y'all had piss like a racehorse. You wouldn't even fucking believe me.
Oh,
The splashback in these Roman toilets was incredible.
That was the sink, Leo. That was the sink.
How y'all get water pressure in an anthill's beyond me. Fuck.
That's why we need to keep the mages.
Yeah.
But, like, listen, if there's any way, even if it's just, like, him go see him, because it's, let's be honest here, Mr. Shadow, all that, Gilbert, but if they kill Ash, which they're going to kill him next. They're trying to send a message. Don't fight back, and at least let him say goodbye.
Pale. As long as I've been in service of our Lord and Savior Tyr, that has given me the knowledge to say confidently and repeat myself. That's not up to me. According to the laws of Golgari, they have jurisdiction. Especially considering that Glomora Listern died. It's kind of their in their ball court right now.
If it comes to a vote, will you at least vote to allow him to speak? Everyone has an equal say. If it comes to a vote, will you vote to at least let him see his son one more time?
I'm not even a delegate in this chamber, Pale. I'm a consultant.
You're a consultant on behalf of Tyr.
And the university president is presiding over the government of Golgari right now. Champion-elect McKillen is not even a person who votes. He is the one directing.
What if his champion had something to say about it?
Whose?
Glomora. Pelor's. Glomora, what is she? She's back with Pelor now. She might even be back now.
No,
I can't say much more, but...
She's not going to return. She was over 1,000 years old. She's done her time. And she died a noble death killing Stephen Puyo, so...
She died a death. I'm gonna go speak with the champion-elect.
You're more than free to.
I'll be seeing you around, Gordon.
Yeah.
Just under my breath as I walk away. Big G.
McKillen is on like a side table near the pulpit, thumbing through some notes. There are people around him, and they do not look friendly.
Hey, can we have a word?
Champion McKillen kind of squares his shoulders. He's a tall dude. He's not like the beefiest man you've ever seen, but like he's solid, I'll say. And he says, you've already said as many words as you wanted during this meeting, so why would I stop you now?
Because I still respect you.
Still?
I don't respect your proceedings, but I still respect you.
What do you mean still? We've never met.
I would respect anyone who I met until given reason otherwise.
Sure.
Feels like you don't believe that.
There's a lot to go over in the meeting, Mr. Talon.
Well, I just wanted to ask, away from all of everything, you on the side, you're a delegate of Pelor, right?
I am the designated speaker for the meeting.
Well,
and I will be ascending, so they say, in about 2 weeks.
So, since you're going to have respect and pull here, I wanted to see if Mr. Shadow, Gilbert, whatever his last name is you could ask your people if he could speak with his son before whatever happens may happen.
No. The risk of a break-in, break-out, is too high. Also, the meeting has not concluded. And he kind of raises his eyebrows at you and looks you up and down. And make a perception check.
Oh, he's eyeing me. He sees I'm hot stuff. Perception is, I think that's a plus. Yeah, that's a 19.
The next docket on the meeting minutes are the involvement of the Merculians.
Well, if need be, I'm sure we can talk later. As I said, I do still respect you.
He purses his lips and nods doubtfully.
I'm gonna walk over to Leo. Hey, psst, Leo. Psst, hey.
What?
How chill is your god?
Pretty fucking chill, why?
Pretty fucking chill.
Alright, just wondering. I'm just gonna go and sit back down behind King Henry.
Hey, you know what? Fucking Bastion, make me a just a charisma check of any kind.
That
I know.
that hurts. Please let me use any other skill, I beg of you.
Okay, do it with advantage.
I will be using my passive skills from now on.
Shit, dude.
Let's go. That's a 2
Okay.
with advantage. Oh, 3 with advantage. My bad.
Wonderful. Okay, so it doesn't happen yet.
Oh, love that.
Maybe later. Okay, but the meeting calls to session, they have the vote for the was the stuff, were the points for the rebellion valid, and no one except for Donald Denham Henry and the mayor of Stone Mill vote yes. Everyone else votes no. And then they move on to the what?
Because they're all mages.
I mean, yeah. And then they move on to the question of how the hell the Merculians got involved. And they kind of go through what they got from Ash Barlow and Gilbert Kane's memories, but you'll notice they don't talk about anything to do with Thunderscrum. You'll remember that Thunderscrum provided, like, all the guns. But they don't mention that. They just talk about how Ash was... Like, they know... they know the underground place where Ash is from. I don't remember the name of that town. That is such a shame. What the... Fuck! That's gonna bother me. Oh well. The other one's Iris. I can't remember the name of the place he's from. Shit.
Thanos. That's a Marvel joke. Because in the comics, his brother's Eris. Anyway. Yeah.
You know what's terrible? I spelt it ear-is. Like ear, the thing on your head.
Country girls make too.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know, you didn't even have to say that.
We
could have.
I live in a session. I live in a rural area. Hale.
Didn't have to say that. Didn't have to say that Despacito joke earlier. Could have just been a nice D&D session, but no, you
could have had a nice day.
You just gotta dump trash on and then light it on fire and say, "Here you go, man. Dinner's up. Soup's up."
We got a dumpster fire now?
Huh?
A small one, yeah.
Speaking of dumpster fires, they go through everything they gleaned from how Ash Barlow got involved, and how Gilbert Kane knew some things about it, but eventually went along with it. And then he says, we would have gone solely off Ash Barlow's memories to do with this situation, but since we have the two of the very people who were here for that, is there anything you'd like to add? If King Henry will allow you, I would love for you to tell this council anything you like.
Leo, you said your god was pretty chill, right?
Yeah, I would indeed have the god of hedonism as chill.
Cool. We'd actually love to talk more about it. I would love to talk about how a priestess of Palor overlooked what was going on and how it led to mistakes being made by a man who just wanted a quiet life. I could talk about the
Kagakira?
We believe Mora Craft. Mora Craft was her name. We believe she was punished enough being murdered by the what was it? The warlock.
Wait, is death enough of a torture?
For an oversight of a task that wasn't even hers to do, yes.
Well, I feel that torture is a little too much torture and too much, but I simply worship Tyr, the god of justice, so I would be far from telling Pelurians what to do. But I will say that I could tell you about how this actually led to information about the Maw, and if I had actually followed through fully with what Merkul wanted, he would have told me fully and completely what the Maw was and where it was coming from and how to deal with it potentially, but I did not follow through and leave my oath for Tyr, so I only know so much. What would you like to hear? I could call him here now if you want, if my god okays it. Have Merkul talk to you.
It kind of blinks at you. We have 2 of the titular communion blades in our presence, or in our safekeeping. I would love to see you call Merkul in here. Also,
I just need okay from
on the notion of torture you mentioned earlier, deeming the torture of Ash Barlow and Gilbert Kane.
I mean the torture of everyone else down there too. You're gonna have me believe it's just them?
No, there are other criminals, murderers, rapists, terrorists down there, yes.
Jaywalkers, etc., I'm sure. So...
all non-magic users.
Yeah, how many of them? Anyway...
I assure you, there are several magic users down there. More than several.
Can you ask Tyr, can you pray to Tyr and see if I would be allowed to reach out to Merkul this one time?
Gorvnal shakes his head no.
I cannot disobey my high priest.
And
what says council?
Champion-elect McKellen tells you again, I have already said I would love to hear everything you know about the Maw after this.
Well, would you like me to start with the fact that Stephen simply offered for friends to come help us, and we said that we would love to have friends to help in any endeavors, because I tend to like having friends. You could ask you could ask Tyrion Fenwick. He's a delightful friend of mine who I've reached out to every now and then. My little band of camaraderie, we're all friends. Sometimes I make bad friends. There is a drow who is, I believe, still in prison, who will remain in prison. Follower of Lolth, who was a bit much. Sometimes we make good friends and bad friends. I was just trying to have friends help out. And he pulled out a communion blade, and I couldn't stop him because I wasn't strong enough.
And the lack of supervision on Mr. Stephen Puyo is partially based on our non-unified system of government, because there was no one to overwatch him, and being a champion of a god, past or present, he has amnesty among our theocratic system. So, it is an oversight we will not be making again. And there will be laws adjusted to ensure that dangerous, vulnerable people, like Stephen Puyo, are not trapped by evil godskin. At least as much as we can.
Just one moment. I'm going to put my finger up, and I'm just going to pray to Tyr really quick. I'm just going to talk to the God of Justice about whether he thinks that you guys having complete control more than gods is a good idea. Because if you believe that you should have more power than gods, then the people who are anti-mage are right, and we should give you guys power. I'm just going to start praying to Tyr, asking him if that's where we should go, is listen to people who aren't empowered.
I'm confused.
Bailey is where the speaker is.
Bailey's confused.
If he's saying that there should be stronger hold to make sure people don't fall to evil gods, then that's saying that people should have more power than the gods have, telling them who they can and can't worship. And so if we should be listening to people who aren't empowered by the gods, so not just warlocks, clerics, paladins, etc., then that means that the anti-mages were right, and that people who are empowered in that way shouldn't
Make
be
a
empowered.
religion check.
Yeet.
Yeah.
Big T, be good to me.
Jesus.
How does it feel being a cleric whose god hates him?
You know, realism is great in D&D.
Make a
Oh
wisdom
my
save.
god, that could not...
Also,
See them
Hang
all
on.
right here in front of everybody.
yeah, look, you remember that moth thing I was talking about?
Oh my
Let's-
fucking god!
Woo! What a draw chance, baby!
What?
That's what we've been waiting for! Woo!
Charlie, is that you? Oh my god.
I catch tail.
Oh.
No.
Pale, roll me 3 more religion checks.
Ooh,
I catch pale.
Okay.
that's spicy. That-
Let's go!
Wow.
What? Wait, what?
What's your modifier?
Oh my
Plus
god!
5.
That's a, what is there?
that's
1 in
3 nat
8,000 chance?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the listeners, that's 3 nat 1s in a row.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
No,
baby.
hang on, remember all that shit you've been talking for like 2 weeks now? You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I will.
Pale,
Pale, I hope you don't like Pale because you're about to lose him.
I got a backup character ready.
pale, 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 pale. One more. Okay. So, Pale, you... I don't know how to describe the feeling you feel. You don't see them
Rapturous
all.
joy?
You don't see them all. As long as you've known your family, you've felt the little glow of Umberlee's power around them. When you first went to, Sunday school,
Yeah.
and you prayed your little heart out, and you felt tear around you. You received whatever sacraments. You saw your very first little, light cantrip, and that glows your little fingers, knowing that, there are very many religious people, but gods only grant some power. You've always felt that little sparkle in your chest. Ever since then, you don't feel fucking anything. You feel like there's something you've had your entire life is gone. It's like you can almost barely stand because you've had this other power inside of you for so long. And it's like there's just a gaping hole, like you've been hit with like a 50 cal from across the desert, and you see your entire life flash before your eyes, and then you see just fucking nothing for a few seconds, and you collapse into Carolina. Or who is catching Pale?
Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina, you catch Pale, and Pale, you see the beautiful ceiling in this beautiful chamber, and you feel hollow in a way that words cannot describe, or at least I cannot describe.
You okay there?
And the whole chamber is silent, looking at you.
I'm gonna look directly over at the not cleric, the not champion. Look him dead in his eyes. Just say, I don't think the maw is coming. I think it's nearly here. King Henry, can I be excused to my chambers?
He looks at you like petrified, and if you look over at Gorvnal, he's holding his hands over his mouth in like shock, terror, grief, every negative emotion at once, and he's like, "Yeah, man. If you want to go by yourself."
Can you lend me? Just let me your echo. Stay here. Stay here. Just let me your echo for a minute or two.
I can take him.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm just gonna have Bastion kind of walk me back and toss me in bed.
I'm gonna bridal carry you.
Yep. I feel warm and loved. I'm
No,
just
you
gonna lay in
don't.
my.
Actually,
That's probably
you super
the internal
don't.
bleeding.
I'm just gonna lay in my bed after you drop me off. She's like, you go back, protect the king. Listen, I'm just gonna.
It's the greatest depression you've ever felt.
I'm gonna mutter, like a few just not understandable words to Rune, and Rune's gonna sit basically right at the foot of the bed.
Amos, little buddy. Oh. See, I'm just gonna kick back and relax for a bit.
The meeting after people kind of realized what happened, they didn't fucking like you. They didn't like any of you, though they don't really even know who Carolina or Bastion are. They just saw a cleric be abandoned by their god, and so they're gonna call the meeting here for tonight. Yeah, F in chat, for sure. It's 2 d8s on a d100, and then 3 nat 1s in a row.
Let's go, baby!
Yeah.
Yeah, baby!
What Tyr would have said to you is that, the
Big
people
move.
having more power than gods, yes, for gods of the apocalypse, just like they did to Vecna.
This is what Pale is thinking he'd say.
And, you feel empty and alone, and it's just you.
And Rune.
And Rune.
And as I laid there in bed, I just realized, for the first time also, I feel cold.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
You feel Merkul scratching on the back of your neck.
He's sliding into your DMs.
So, Shawty, how you doing?
Hey, heard you single now, girl.
You just see a black
Hey, girl,
cloak
what's up,
slide into
lady?
your DMs. Or actually,
It's just a text from her, curl you up.
you know what? Hey, Pale, roll me a religion check.
Oh, Lord. If I get like a
You
20 or
better be
something,
a
I'm gonna
trickster
cry.
cleric now.
Okay, so it's...
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
you
do I still have a
cannot.
modifier?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you
It's
do.
a 10.
What are these rolls, man?
Carolina was smart. Got the bad rolls out of the way.
True.
Okay, yeah, you're just by yourself. You just take a sad nap.
You get that WYD text.
Does anybody do anything else before we go?
Rune is gonna kind of like crawl onto Pale's chest, and just do that like cat thing where they like walk in circles a couple of times, and then just like lay there.
Carolina's too stupid to know what actually happened, but if she did, she'd pop into the Echo would pop into the room and be like, "Well, I mean, Vivian's available."
I think Bastion would have probably just stayed outside of the door.
Yeah, the meeting would have called the session kind of as you guys were leaving.
Leo would like to pray to Olabal and be like, Olabal, Hale really needs your guidance right now. He's been abandoned by his god, and well, fuck, he could just loosen the fuck up would be so helpful for him.
Hey, want to join Gond? Yeah, you fools tried to convert me. I converted myself.
That's the old twist it and reverse it.
Remember your religion check, Leo.
Watch me knock this shit out of the park, because I always...
Like 5 20s in a row.
Yeah, let's have another
Oh my gosh.
maw attack.
Oh my gosh, that would be a
Everyone was
19.
You hear a little voice. It's like, maybe let the guy mourn for a bit. We'll hit him up later.
You know what, Albo, you right. And then I put the two fingers in my mouth and I kiss it and go, and then I put them up like the shitty ass football players do.
He does the back, and
There we go, cool.
Your fingers are somehow wetter when you pull them down. Like,
yeah,
Oh god.
there's some glitter on him.
it's boob glitter.
No,
Was there
it's
monkeys involved?
he's got glittery chapstick.
Was there monkeys involved in the finger pointing?
Stop with the fingering the monkeys.
Should we mention the thing that I said would be
This,
great?
you know what? This is karmic justice.
Yeah.
This is what you get for bringing up fucking Joe Rogan talking about fingering monkeys.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, God abandons you.
I mean, it's like in real life. Let's not forget
Just-
that.
No, not anymore. What happened? Well, I talked about fingering monkeys and God smited me.
Again, the other day, I forget who I was texting, but I mentioned, Abel Lorfield used to be a person. You could sell. I'm going to say that for another session. Charlotte, Bailey, you know what I was talking about selling. That's for another session. But anyway, on that note, I'm gonna head out.
All right. Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course. I'm
Thanks,
happy I got
everybody.
like 5 nat ones in a row.
Yeah.
Got him out of the way, so next session's way better, right,
Oh,
guys?
yeah, so we're
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Guys, right?
Yeah, just remind me not to roll perception and investigation checks anymore.
Because you have the passive shit. Bless you.
I think I did a total of 1 roll this session.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, I mean, I have a character who's not even remotely designed for a social encounter. I feel like that's just kind of what's expected, you know?
Yeah. Although the dad heist is gonna take like 5 fucking sessions, so.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I'm thinking
Yeah,
the
and to be
revolution
fair-
took 3. So.
To
What?
be fair, both of our characters weren't there for most of this.
Yeah.
Mine came in right after the revolution.
Yeah, literally right after.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's fine, Bastion not talking this session, just kind of serving as like yeah, these guys are like being annoying, but they've got a big fucking robot with them. We don't really want to pick a fight with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled an intimidation check for the for people staring at us all crazy, and I rolled a 5.
Nice.
Like, what? My best stat, and I rolled a 5.
Yeah, I don't even have proficiency in any social skills. If I could make an intelligence check, I'd be knocking these things out of the park.
Oh, Carolina doesn't have social skills either. Mine are all intimidation and athletics. Well, I'm pretty good at deception.
I literally can't lie.
Actually, I take that back. My communication skills are actually pretty decent. I got a +7 deception, +7 intimidation, +3 perception, or +4 persuasion.
Doesn't Leo have like a +10 in something?
I have a +10 in multiple things. Perks of being a fucking bard. A +10 in performance. A +10 in deception.
just jack of all trades plus expertise. Fuck out of here with that shit.
You're just jealous. It's alright. You can be mad if you
Yeah,
want to.
maybe.
That's what I fucking thought.
Yeah, at least I'm a cool fucking robot. You want to... Disease? Never heard of it. Eating? Never heard of it. Breathing? Never heard of it.
Sleeping?
Also never heard of it.
How do you take a short rest? I stand there.
Yeah, like, I sit down. Though a short rest, it's technically just a period of light activity, so probably just making sure that all of my stuff works.
Using your oil can like the Tin Man.
Yeah,
Slide some oil.
it's just like a watering can.
Yeah. You just tighten all the bolts.
Down my spine.
It's like, fuck, I lost my 10 mil again.
Those who don't have to lubricate, so got it made.
What?
You've never seen The Wiz, I'm assuming.
I live under a rock. I don't even know
Okay.
who Joe Rogan is. It just sounded funny when you guys were talking about him.
Well,
He's-
The Wiz
yeah.
is the black version of The Wizard of Oz, and it has Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow, Diana Ross as Dorothy. It has Nipsey Russell as the Tin Man, and Nipsey Russell sings a song like when in the original Wizard of Oz they're putting oil on the Tin Man.
Yeah.
His song is called "Slide Some Oil."
Oh boy.
And so he's like, just slide some oil to me, let it trickle down my spine. You know, it's you have to see the show. I'm not gonna sing the whole song, but
Uh-huh.
I haven't watched it this year though. It's usually my Christmas and Thanksgiving tradition. So,
It's I
I
usually
have to
go
go do
see Nightmare Before Christmas every Halloween and Christmas with Charlotte, but she lives so far away.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
there's also a new version of it with Queen Latifah as the Wizard of Oz, and Neo is the Tin Man.
I don't know who Neo is.
From the Matrix?
No, the singer.
I live under a rock, Barry, and I don't know who anybody is.
You know who Neo is.
No, I don't.
Jeremiah, sing us a Neo song. He says no. He's blaming around. I don't blame him. I would too.
Well, see, if I sang a Neo song, it'd be one of the older songs, which I know she wouldn't know.
I'm gonna Google
The
him.
only song that's coming to my mind is Kiss from a Rose, but that's Seal.
Yeah. Completely wrong person.
I'm gonna head out though. I'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye. How about you?
Neo.
Bye.
New International Economic Order. United Nations.
It's N-E-O. Neo.
Okay.
Singer.
Neo Smart Economy. Neo's an open... I'm kidding. Let me Google singer. No, I still don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I live under a rock, Darian. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's got a song called "I Can't Help But Wait." You probably heard something from him.
Maybe.
But
I'll
alright.
look him up later. See ya.
Alrighty. See you next week.
Hey, it's your DM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Charlotte, Matt, Darian, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at @Illithids, and thank you especially for listening. Yesterday, and the random noises I hear outside all the fucking time because I live with rednecks who shoot guns constantly. And so yesterday I'm outside on my porch smoking. It's about 9 p.m. and I see an explosion, not usually where it is at the metal smelting factory, but down the street. And so I go, those flames are taller than the next house. I'm gonna go investigate. And so I drove down. They were burning a hay bale. I don't know why. But
Yeah, fire's fun.
just redneck shit, I guess.
Listen, it happens.
Yeah.
There was a time where I was testing out a little grill that I have, and I ended up, staring at a fire for 3.5 hours. It happens. It's the
Yeah.
human lizard brain of fire.
It's I criticize, but then I've burnt tires before, so
That ain't good. That's bad for your lungs.
no, it's super illegal too. Yeah.
I don't care about law. I mean, I care heavily about law.
I mean, it's illegal because it makes pollution, but it's like we could literally I could live a completely waste-free life and not even remove a 1% of the total pollution being made.
No, I'd be like
Yeah.
0.000.
Every single average Joe on Earth could stop. and it maybe stop like 30% because it's still corporations doing like 60, 70%.
Well, it's like there's that one guy in China who vacuumed the air and made a brick.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
And I think he got disappeared before he could make a house out of it.
Nice.
Yeah. Don't want to piss off Xi Jinping.
I, for one, love Xi Jinping, and I hope my social credit score continues to climb. Nothing happened in Tiananmen Square. I don't know why anyone mentions it so often.
I love Motherland China.
Have y'all seen
so great.
in Britain they had a long-standing like Tiananmen Square like memorial and like a bunch of like
Hong Kong.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why it was so much worse. It was like in Hong Kong and they tore it down.
No. It was like a bunch of like signs and like so Chinese people would come and like read them because they never heard of it before.
Oh, I didn't see that. I thought you were talking about in Hong Kong.
No,
which had,
the
like,
statue, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but there was
so
like
you
a
guys
smaller one.
You want to hear some cursed internet lore?
Sure.
So I have another D&D group. I'm sorry, they're my second family. You weren't
It's
supposed to know
alright.
about them.
I have 3.
Kinky. And we have some horrible jokes that we've passed around that are internet origin, but I think the worst one would be, let me see if I can turn my, I don't know how to turn my camera on with this, but it's a jar that my friend sent me.
Uh-huh. I like where
there's-
this is going.
There's something in the jar. You want to know what's in the jar?
What?
You know, I'll just send a picture to the group of it.
I bet is it a mini?
You know, it just might be.
Hell yeah.
I got it with the message in it of, you know what to do. And, like, he mailed this specifically with, like, a ton of packaging to make sure it got to me safely. And it,
Oh
Yeah.
no.
yep.
I thought it was like a D&D mini, not a fucking pony.
Nope,
Oh,
nope, it
God.
is the...
That is the OG cum jar.
Uh-huh.
Although I saw the other day somebody's like in their kitchen and it's like one of those TikTok like captions and it's like it's 2008 and you're about to make history and then
Oh,
you see
no, I
naked
saw
like
it.
standing in front of the jar.
Oh no.
God, oh. TBT to, like, back when the internet had no rules.
Yeah. No rules,
It's like
just right.
there's a tweet of the guy saying, like, back in, like, 2008 YouTube, you could post whatever you want. I taught people how to make crack in a microwave. Yeah.
You
back
just
before,
go
like-
on Reddit for that. It's still there.
No, they got rid of, like, Make My Coffin, people dying.
That's still there?
Yeah.
I
just
saw
gotta
some
know
shit
what
I
it
didn't want to see last week.
was. Meanwhile, I'm over here looking at Dune memes.
I want to see that movie.
Chalamet.
You know they have a role playing game, right?
They also have a sex game. Dune's weird.
What?
Yep. There's, like, one of those weird, like, role play online.
Ew.
Yeah. It's like a visual novel.
Is
but
it like
porn Dune.
is it war with the worms?
I don't know. I have not played it.
Excuse me?
The Worms of Arrakis. Shai Hulud. Yeah. Good book series, though.
I know nothing
Yeah,
about it.
Dune-
I just like Timothy Chalamet, so I need to go see it. later.
Dune is basically like the precursor to 40K. Like if you're wanting a good grimdark,
How is it at all the same? Yeah, the God Emperor of Mankind, the elite soldiers, the constant crusades and jihads. They're,
yeah. What are you talking? That's not 40K.
what? No.
Where are the Space Marines go?
40K is nowhere near as horny, though, as Dune is.
Have you even seen Slaanesh? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, you're right.
Is it
I don't
still
know.
in theaters?
Nurgle's a little hotter, though.
Oh,
Papa Nurgle.
No, I can't go to a theater. I'm sick.
what do you mean, Papa Nurgle? I think you know his true title.
Daddy Nurgle.
I was gonna say Grandpa, bro. You're making this weird.
Have you seen that big belly? I mean, listen, Isha stands for reasons.
Have you seen the Great Clean One though?
Oh, I hated that picture when it went around. It was the worst thing. You should never scrub the great unclean one. It's so wrong.
Wait, what?
So they have a model called the Great Unclean One, which is just this like big, fat guy with like shit tons of like pustules and like holes and just like looks gross. And someone took that model and smoothed it entirely. and like sawed off the horns and all of that, and then painted it in like flesh tones, and is like, look, here's what a great unclean one would look like when they took a bath. And it is the most vile fucking thing.
It's so bad.
I'm Googling it.
Oh wait, I got it ready for you.
Ugh.
It's what Baron Harkonnen looks. It goes from like Nurgle to Harkonnen real
Ooh,
quick.
gnarly. That looks like the... I don't play very much video games, but I watch a lot of playthroughs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Resident Evil 8. It's that fish dude.
Yeah.
Oh, starts with an M.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he looks more like Duke.
Yeah. I think he looks like a friend.
Oh, I see the clean one. That's
Yep.
so rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's still
People
got
in
some
40K
fucked up
get
ears,
weird.
though.
Yeah. People in 40K get weird with some of their creations. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too bad the hobby costs an arm and a leg.
Dude, not even just that. Like, their IP is so hyper protected. They're going after NFT makers who make like 40K inspired NFTs. Like,
Will you
know,
explain NFTs to me? What is that?
Beanie Babies, but online.
Yeah.
What?
Basically, so you buy an image, but there's nothing that's like keeping track of you buying that other than some guy. Okay, here, it's comparable to, you know how people would buy stars, right? But there were like thousands of companies that did that, and all you got was just a little certificate pointing at the star that you owned.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a bunch of people buying stars on the internet and then saying that they're mine.
What?
And there's nothing that's like confirming that you own that, other than like a little slip of paper
And
that
you add
someone
on
else
top of
can
that
also have.
money laundering.
Yeah, and then also only there's like actual like thousands of dollars attached to it.
Yeah.
The fuck? I don't get.
Yeah.
I don't get cryptocurrency. Everyone's like,
it's not even crypto though. It's like pseudo crypto. Like crypto kind of
Yeah.
makes sense. Like okay, I
wish I'd listened to myself with crypto because I bought Bitcoin early on, then sold, and I'm still angry at myself about it.
I had an econ professor explain that like actual Bitcoin, like the OG Bitcoin, like makes sense because it is. So the issue with like money is that it inflates because there's no limit on how much we can ever make, right?
Yeah.
Like if a bank really wanted to, they could just print out like $1,000, and that's just in the economy now. But with Bitcoin, you can't do that. There's a set amount of Bitcoin that can exist ever.
I think it's 21 million.
Yeah, and it can never go past that. So the value of Bitcoin will like never just stop.
Well, who just
But the
decided
issue
that
is-
there's 21 million?
Satoshi.
The guys who made it, like it's like hard coded.
There's one guy who made it who's known as Satoshi. No one knows who he is, no one knows where he is. He has approximately 25% of all Bitcoin, and no one knows who or where he is, where it's saved, where it is. If he wanted to, he could break the market by releasing all of his Bitcoin. He just thought he's probably dead. We have no idea who or where he is.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, so like the whole thing is that like basically it is basically kind of like banks being able to like loan money they don't have though, because I don't think crypto like Bitcoin is attached to a real world value. It just kind of is said, hey, this is worth this much, and people are like, okay, where's
I mean,
your name?
that's the same with anything else, gold or silver.
Well, sure, but like gold, like at least with gold, it's like I have a gold bar. Like this is like it harkens back to the age of like I've got this shiny rock. I'll
yeah. Okay.
give me some food for that. It's like yeah, all right, works for me.
I like shiny things.
Same.
Gotta love crow mentalities.
My parakeet doesn't have any mentalities. I have toys and like things for him to bite, and like the only thing he does is eat, and it stares at me, and I don't know how to make him happy.
Just be yourself.
Because he just doesn't do like like most birds like will like
Just
tear up
just
stuff.
do that. Just grab him again.
Just grab him again and he'll
Yeah.
Guys, People are making fun of me on Twitter for buying pumpkin spice ramen.
Good.
How'd it taste?
Oh,
I haven't
That
tried it
sounds
yet.
dog shit. What is wrong with you?
It's probably disgusting, but I saw it and it was 75 cents. I had to buy it.
God, that's not a good excuse to buy that.
it's
It's-
cheaper than regular ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
imagine. I can't imagine why.
Have you guys seen? It's like a semi truck full of ramen was set on fire this week. It's estimated that the company lost $12. And
Ramen got me through like.
Y'all, when I was
that
working at
stuff is
Razoo
thebomb.com.
waiting tables, there would be nights where I would go home with like $5.
Also, wait, Charlotte, are you here?
Like, not even exaggerating.
she's talking.
And so I would
I don't
count
hear.
my money
Refresh.
in ramen packets because then I could multiply it by 5. So that I was like, at least I can buy 25 packets of ramen. And that made me feel better
We're good.
because that was 25 meals basically.
Would some pumpkin spice ramen make you feel better right now, Charlotte?
No,
Sure.
I'm
Right.
positive. Thank you.
We don't know that it's not the cure.
Yeah, you know, we're actually there's
Let
no
me
way
just-
of knowing if it's actually like what if this is it? What if this is the ramen packet? What if this is the end all be all best ramen in the world?
It's the
What if it's
The
the
panacea.
ramen that Khan's office?
Maybe.
It's what if I just snort the pumpkin spice ramen packet and I'm cured from COVID and it's the world's like cure? Just
Yeah,
panacea
it's-
ramen.
Joe Rogan wishes.
I saw a post that talked about how Joe Rogan is basically like a Mongolian warlord who brings in like nerds to explain things to him. It's like you explain why sunrise to Joe, and some guy's like, well, you see, he's like, oh yes, do magic now.
Dude,
But like recently, he's learned that sometimes people dupe him, so that's why he's got Jamie, because then he's like, Hatman say that you lie. You lie to Joe.
some little worm tongue.
yeah, basically just like, how dare you lie to Joe?
Oh my god.
I feel it's accurate though. Like I
It
feel like it
is.
is. He just brings a bunch of fucking like just nerds onto his show, and he's like, explain this.
The only episode I've watched recently was when he brought Blair White on, and the two of them talked about doing DMT. And like, this feels like a fever dream.
You ever done acid?
It's
Hang on, actually, oh my god, I'm about to blow y'all's fucking minds. Have you seen the monkey?
The monkey, holy fuck!
wait, the monkey puppy war.
No, the monkey Joe Rogan clip.
Oh god,
Where
we talking about
he's
fingering
like-
a monkey ass.
No,
Never mind.
no, the one where he's like, dude, if chimps were everywhere and they had the same powers people do, we'd have a fucking serious problem. And he goes on this like huge rant about it. And I gotta.
I mean, like, to be fair, chimpanzees can rip your face just right off.
Dude,
And-
he's like, they'd rip your fucking feet off. They'd eat you.
And you know gorillas, right? They've never.
them.
Gorillas don't know any bodybuilding techniques, so we've never actually
God.
seen one at full strength.
We've had
Hey,
Joe
that's a
Rogan
horrifying
podcast.
statement.
Like, imagine one that, like,
I just
like,
want you to know that.
just a gorilla that would, like, go to the gym and eat whey. You know?
Let me see if I can save this. Oh, I can. All right,
I found the right
I'm
clip.
about to bless y'all. Here you go.
A whole bunch of shitty rolls.
What the fuck are you doing?
Getting it out of my
Hey.
system.
Natty 20. All right, a humble request.
Hold it to the
please
mic.
watch. No. I've posted it in chat, so
Oh,
y'all can
okay.
have it as well.
I'm gonna show y'all the one I was talking about later. That's an aperitif.
I do remember vaguely hearing about Joe Rogan fingering a monkey.
Jesus.
Like he wasn't it something to do with his sensory deprivation chamber?
All I know is he talked about like the best way to stop a monkey from attacking you is doing.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. He's like, yeah, dude, if a monkey's fucking attacking you, just stick your finger up its ass.
And he says it so calmly. He's like, yeah, you just gotta do that. It's like,
it's the most like rational thing to do. Like obviously that's the first thing I'm gonna think of.
if I'm being mauled by a chimp, the first thing I'm gonna think of is I got to finger its ass.
Yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do is calmly think about, now how am I gonna get out of this situation? There's quite a pickle I'm in. What if I? Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Oh, you know what I learned about alligators? alligators, when they're swallowing stuff, they can't breathe through their mouth, right? So they only breathe through their nose. If an alligator's biting you, shove your fucking fingers up its nose and it'll let go because it can't breathe.
I was so scared when
can
you
also-
said shove your fingers up its.
No.
Yeah, that precursor, given the nature of what we're talking about.
It was just a good tip in case you ever get attacked by an alligator.
I don't plan to
I mean, I
recently,
guess
but I
that would work.
appreciate it.
I guess that would work with the chimps because, I mean, if you think about it, we're, supposedly related. So if you were mauling somebody and somebody stuck their finger up,
Well, obviously, it just shows that they have other use.
I don't know.
It depends.
I don't know if I've ever been at the point where I'm like,
you're in.
yeah, I feel like if I'm at the point where I'm mauling someone to death, I'm really not going to care if there's like fingers up my nose.
No, up your ass.
I'm probably already mouth breathing at that point. Oh, on my ass? I feel like I have more reason to maul the guy now.
Yeah.
you would stop for the moment, though.
It'd probably be like what the fuck is this guy doing? What?
That's an interesting approach.
Interesting. And then you keep mauling them.
Yes.
That's the forbidden
No,
jujitsu.
I would back away first.
Forbidden jutsu.
Thank you, Rock Lee.
Actually, it's funny you say that because in Naruto, Kakashi has 1,000 years of pain and he just fucking shoves his fingers up their ass.
What?
Yeah. He goes 1,000 years of pain and he fucking like. So in Japan, they have like, I forget the name of it, but basically, you like hold your hands together and you make like a gun and then you shove your fingers up their ass. That's like a game that like school children play, but in Naruto,
for real?
That's like
children
hang on.
Man,
Fingers
Japan's
up.
weird.
I was about to look up fingers up ass game Japan.
Nah, that's a
You're
can
gonna
of
find all
worms.
sorts of stuff.
That's a
We're
can
gonna
of
find
worms.
something else, but
And safe search is on. Concho, that's what it's called. Is a prank performed by clasping the hands together in the shape of an imaginary gun and attempting to poke an unsuspecting victim's anus, often while exclaiming Concho. It is a common prank amongst children in East Asian countries such as Japan. In Korea, it is called not gonna try that. In China, not gonna try that. Which was derived from the jutsu technique in manga and anime series Naruto. Yeah.
Doesn't Kakashi also just constantly read porn?
That,
I dropped off at season 3.
It's not porn. It's a romance novel, but I'm pretty sure the girl's tits are out in it.
Yeah.
There's the one guy with the white hair who reads porn and stuff.
That's Kakashi.
I thought Kakashi had gray hair.
Oh, there's a difference.
Are you talking about Jiraiya?
Maybe the pervy sensei guy. The one who's got a thing for the blonde one. I forget names. It's been such a long time. Now I've moved on to things like JoJo's, and it's even worse.
Is the guy missing an eye?
No. He teaches Naruto how to do the frog thing?
I think that's Jiraiya then, because Jiraiya rides a big-ass frog.
Maybe. Yeah, it's been years.
Does he have is his hair really long and he wears red?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's Jiraiya.
Yeah, that broad.
Okay,
Yeah, that's fucking Brody.